are you?
I'm good, good. Thank you. How about you?
Very good, thank you.
Very good, very good. Yeah. Yeah. Today my message should be starting a bit late. Yeah.
8:15 she said, isn't it?
Yeah. Another
So
5 minutes.
another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, actually, okay.
How are the studies going?
Yes. Yeah. Going well. Actually, there's as one for the exam is forcing me to study, but at the same time, as I study only, then I understand. A lot of things I do.
Hmm. Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Becomes practical, isn't it?
Yes, and especially the Naya part. Earlier I listened to kind of a pravachan for almost let's say maybe 100 plus hours. From, the same Baba Prakash Naya Chakra on in Tamil. So he went through each line by line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that time it looked like, oh, okay, I understand this as we progress. But now reading it again, oh. um,
Yeah, I think that's where I feel like what madam is telling us
yeah.
makes sense that when you progress in a definitive way and in a more organized way, you will be able to understand it better.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, like earlier, I would say we would be just choosing a subject and listening to the subject, but
yes.
because the basic or the foundation was
Not,
missing, so
yes,
understanding the subject
yeah,
was very, very superficial.
yeah. So that's where the Paramagam, the way they structured the course, right from
Hmm.
now Panjamandra to now where we are. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
really matters. Otherwise,
Hmm.
it is like straight away you are studying BSc maths or something like that without even understanding additions and subtractions.
True, true, very true.
Yeah.
And how's your MA going?
Actually, this semester I'm not focusing, so kind of I dropped out. Yeah, so that is the right word to say. Um,
Hmm.
what I felt was after my first and second semester, I am unable to focus.
Hmm.
One is too many things, and especially this semester, too many things in personal life and also work life. So I'm
Hmm.
planning to probably join face-to-face classes probably in 2025. Hopefully, I can join in 2025 batch.
Hmm.
Going to join again. Probably I will retire by then. That is my plan at least.
Right, right, right.
So that is what I told the ma'am also. But they also again they even on the first day itself they said, We are not going to be explaining you all the details. We are going
Hmm.
to give you the glimpse of what is this about. Then you need to study yourselves to progress further.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that is what they on the first day itself they said, and that is how it is. So very, like we are reading, studying Tattva Sutra in about less than 40 hours, all the chapters.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it again, as I mentioned, it gives you an overview. This is what is in this agam. Then, if you want to study deep, you need to spend more time.
Yeah, yeah. Think which is fair enough. At that point, they're not going to be literally holding our hands to take you there.
Yes.
I think that's a struggle for a work-life balance, sort of, when you look at studying during work hours.
Yeah.
Um, on the other hand, what you're going to be gaining out of it is so much valuable.
Yeah.
You can't even stop you from tempting there.
Yeah. So you pointed it out right, Sarojit. So the key is uh, I'm still not, um, though I want to do, but
Hmm.
I'm finding excuses not to do. That is to put it blunt.
True.
No,
True.
work is 8 hours. You travel another 2 hours, 10 hours. You sleep for maybe even 8 hours. You still have 6, 7 hours. So when
Hmm.
we look at the amount of time we are wasting on other things,
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is easy to spend at least an hour a day for this. But
Mm.
what we call that focus is not there yet.
Yeah.
That's what.
What I find though is maybe it sounds familiar, but it's not strange enough.
Yeah.
But what I find is that if you like when we are in that studying zone in the uni days or school days, we very much focused on studies, and everybody else knows that we are studying.
Yes, yes.
And now everybody else presumes that you are doing this as a part time. You're not really needing to focus on it.
Yeah.
So they start thinking that, well, you also have to have my time, you also have to have your time, you also have to have society time, you also have to have work time. So if you look at those 6 to 7 hours that we're talking about,
Yeah.
they're gone in split.
Okay.
So you have no choice there.
Yeah.
Unless like everybody around you who is also of the same mind state and says we all want to do that,
Yeah.
it becomes a big challenge.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're right, partially, I would say, Saurabh. The reason I say that is, at least for my part, I'm giving it.
hmm,
So I give an example. So for me, normally examples are easy to explain. So when I
hmm,
came to Singapore, initially on the same, when I came to Chennai from a village, all my friends were, most of them, more than I would say, 80% were non-vegetarians.
hmm,
So when we go for, for a company dinner or something, the
hmm,
first few days they will offer me, hey, why don't you try? Yeah, you never
hmm,
try, but without trying, you will not know what it is. So
hmm,
why you are avoiding this? You should try it because we all like it. You will also like it. But when
hmm,
I stood firm that I will not take this, after that nobody disturbed me.
hmm,
And after 2 or 3 days, they started telling me, hey, you don't take this because there is egg in it.
hmm.
So they
True.
started helping me in a way
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
shouldn't make those mistakes because I
Yeah.
stood firm in that.
Yeah.
So that is what I feel. If I stood firm, this is what I have to do. Don't disturb me. Even if
Hmm,
you disturb me, I am not going to listen to you. Come what.
hmm.
If I
Yeah.
have that kind of a shraddha, I think that is the right word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
then
right. You're right.
I think the society will also support me, but I'm also finding excuses not to do this.
Yeah. Which is a fair call.
Yeah,
As we often hear that unless and until we are prepared, the
yes,
studying is not going to happen to us.
yes.
So one of my good friend, I'm not sure if you must have met her through the course, Pallavi Shah
Oh,
from
yes,
Melbourne.
yes.
Yeah. So she's just completing her course now,
Yeah,
and like for last 2 years,
yeah,
she's she's pretty much withdrawn herself from every other activity other than just this one.
yeah,
So she was like, we met about a week back, and we were just talking about it, and she
yeah,
said it's a lot to do and lot to study.
yeah,
Unless you are dedicating yourself to that kind of work and life and study balance,
yeah,
it is not going to help you.
yeah.
Even if you end up doing the course and if you end up getting
Getting,
the degree,
yeah,
you're really not benefiting from the subjects itself.
yeah,
So I can see where she's coming from.
yeah. And she is a good example because if you look at the timing, I'm
Hmm.
using time difference as a reason why I am unable to do it because it starts, most of the classes starts 10 o'clock in the night.
Hmm.
And normally I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So if I wait till 12 o'clock, then 4 hours sleep is not going to help me, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, for her, if you look at her time difference, is still worse.
Yeah.
But it's not, though she is not attending live classes, but she is making an effort to, watch every video and
Yeah.
write the assignments, give all the things in time and all.
Hmm.
So that is the commitment, and
Yeah.
that is what I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. There's always another time.
Yes. Yeah, that is what it is. Yeah. And one good thing the COVID and the Zoom introduced us is the online classes and all the other things available online makes it easier at any point in time in future.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
True.
think I mentioned this before. About 5 years back, even if I wanted to study, I don't know where to start. So when I
Hmm.
start something, as you mentioned earlier, I start somewhere else, and then hey, I don't even understand what they are talking about. Then
Yeah.
just
True. True. Technology has improved a lot. I would not deny that. It's given us an extra platform and an opportunity to get to what we want. Sometimes, though, I find that for myself, I find that I could take it for granted, and then I would say, well, at least there is a recording there somewhere. So maybe not today, tomorrow I will listen to the recording. I
yeah,
find that for me, face to face works better
yeah,
because that brings my commitment to where it should be. At
yeah,
least I can say, yes, this is the time I'm going to be with the students and the teacher, and that is where my focus has to be. With these ones, there is always, like I'll tell you, last 2 Sundays, I have been struggling because I was looking after my father and my brothers-in-laws because they were away. So it just happens that at that point of time, I have to take them out for lunch,
yeah,
and I don't want to be doing disservice to this study system. So I would turn on myself onto the class, but I feel like I'm not doing the right thing, like having listening to or learning something, and at the same time trying to focus on something else. So I would tell myself anyway, there is a recording there somewhere, so I can at least listen to it. And that sort of gives me that is what I would call pramad, as that, okay, it will happen some other time. But if I was in a face-to-face class, then I would have said, this
yeah.
is it, my time. I can't excuse myself. I have to arrange myself on a different time set. So, yeah. But then whether I would be able to do the class or not would be a question mark.
Yeah, yeah. Bharatji and Ram Kumarji also joined.
Yeah.
Want to
Jai
share
Jinendra.
something? Yeah, Jai Jinendraji.
Both of them have done MA, so they definitely have more wisdom
Jai
and
Jinendra.
message
Jai
for us.
Jinendra, sir.
Jai
Jai Jinendra, all
Jinendra.
of you.
And,
I was listening to your discussion, and I think you were hitting on the right points,
Yeah,
pros and cons both. And rightfully so that when we are working, taking classes, work, we cannot do the homework fully, to the full extent. So we are at disadvantage in really securing everything what we need to do. So we have to set aside time for this, really prepare everybody around us. Like I've been in the room now last couple hours or so, leaving everybody downstairs. I said, look, I have to go. Yeah.
yeah, your
So we have
commitment
to
is
prepare.
amazing.
ma'am has joined.
Yeah.
Jai
Yeah.
Jinendra, ma'am.
Jai
Jai
Jinendra, ma'am.
Jinendra, Jai Jinendra, Jai Jinendra. Sorry, got
Jinendra.
delayed.
That's
There's
Jai
a
okay.
Jinendra, ma'am.
there's a death in the neighborhood, so got to go.
Jai
Jai
Jinendra, ma'am.
Jinendra, wish you all a happy,
Jinendra, ma'am.
happy. बोला तो क्या happy, enlightening
Thank you.
2024. No new year also.
Your class make enlightening.
Yes.
Your lecture
Yes, ma'am.
enlightening.
Prayer done.
Not yet, ma'am.
No.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Let us do a wonderful prayer for world peace, for inner peace, for Kalyan. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityur ma amritam gamaya. Lead me from darkness to light, from untruth to truth, from darkness to light, and from death to immortality. Moksha margasya netaram, vetaram karma bhubratam, jnataram vishwatattvanam, vande tadguna labdhaye. I bow down to the promulgators of the pathway of liberation, who have destroyed the great heaps of karma, the knowers of reality, so that we all may realize the same. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yes, we'll start.
Yes, ma'am.
Before that,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can take some specimens of questions that you can expect from this paper. Some specimens only I'll be able to give you. Okay. Accordingly, you'll have to study. I've just jotted down some questions for you. Yeah. First of all, which Naya can never come under Vyavar Naya? Which is that Naya? You can tell me the answer.
Nishchay nahi.
Nishchay Naya, maybe there are 4 divisions, no? You have to talk in terms of divisions only. Nishchay and Vyavar are broader things. Under Nishchay, the last one, no? Param Shuddha Nishchay Naya. Before that, all the 7 are Vyavar only. They happen on the way. When you look at the Param Shuddha Nishchay Naya ka jo vishay hai, the subject that is discussed under Param Shuddha Nishchay Naya, when that becomes your subject and object of contemplation, all the other 7 Vyavar will happen. Then you can say, no, that why then these 4 are kept under Vyavar and 4 are kept under Nishchay. You know? So, the remaining 3, no, they are related to Atma. That Ekadesh Shuddha, Sakshat Shuddha, they are related purely to the Atma. So they come under Nishchay. When you are on the process of enlightenment, what happens on the way in the Atma is the Nishchay. And what happens in the other related to things, related to other things, what your perspective changes. That is all Vyavar. Okay. So that way you have to understand each question as you answer. Next one. Okay. What are Nishchay and Vyavar Naya? Are they 2 divisions of Moksha Marga? Or are they a part of a substance? Or are they Adhyatma ke Naya or Dharma? What you have studied?
Adhyatma ke Naya.
Adhyatma ke Naya. Hai na? So like these kind of questions, you should be prepared from the exam. Okay. Now when they say, India is my country, which Naya is, from which Naya will I say that this country is mine? You all know, outside the body, it is the Upacharit. Hai na? Asad Bhut Vyavar Naya. Okay. When I say, I am meditating, this is from which Naya? Body related.
Yeah.
Body related. I am meditating. The body is meditating. Then it is the Anupcharit Asadbhut Vyavar Naya. Like that you have to, then for example, I say, Bhagwan cognizes the whole universe. Ye kaun sa Naya ka vishay hai? Which Naya? From which Naya point of
Shuddha Nishchay Naya, the second one.
Third one. Sakshat.
Yeah, Sakshat.
Sakshat. No, Sakshat. Keval Gyan comes under the Sakshat. Okay. Yeah. Some Jeev has got Samyak Darshan. Their Mati Gyan, Shuddha Gyan has become right. So which Naya viewpoint it is? Ekadesha Shuddha Nishchay.
Ekdesha.
Like that. You have to analyze. Okay. Supposing we say that we should go for yatra, we should go for satsang, we should not take food after sunset. All these come under which Naya?
Vyavar Naya.
Vyavar Naya mein which Naya? 4 Vyavar Naya we have taught you.
Oh, okay.
Like that you have to go and study the Vyavar Naya and Nishchay Naya again. Listen to the recordings.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this you should be able to answer. Then there is one question like 2024, we will be celebrating the Bhagwan Mahavir's 2000 whatever Kalyanak. So this is told from which Naya point of view? So one is past may we celebrated Bhagwan Mahavir's Nirvan. That is Bhuta Negam Naya. Future we will be celebrating. So Bhavi Negam Naya. These kind of things. Okay. Now, when you say that Vyavar Naya is a Bhutarth, what do we mean? that it should be put in the dustbin, that Naya viewpoint should be discarded completely, it does not serve any purpose, or it should be ignored, or it is untrue. Which of these statements are true? So Vyavharna, each and every Naya has its role to play. They can, no, none of the Nayas can be discarded or done without. Somewhere they are there, but they have to be ignored. If you want to march ahead on the pathway of moksha, like for example, your mother is a daughter-in-law also. But for you, she's a mother. The daughter-in-law viewpoint is ignored.
Mhm.
Clear? So when she's a daughter-in-law, the mother, she's a mother viewpoint is ignored by your dadi. It is there. It serves a purpose. But when you are calling her a mother and you say, oh my God, she's a daughter-in-law also. How can she be my mother? You don't question. So when from one Naya, we are saying the Vastu is like this, at the same time, it is also like this. It is also like this. That also has to be kept in mind and then understood that my viewpoint is a complete, a partial viewpoint of the complete reality. But there are other partial realities also related to that object. So when the Atma is Ragi Dveshi is one viewpoint. Atma is Mati Gyan, Shruti Gyan is one viewpoint. Atma is potentially Keval Gyan, one viewpoint. Atma is beyond all these viewpoints is another viewpoint. Why? Because the reality is so complex. So you need different viewpoints. But in the substance, there are no viewpoints. The substance is what it is. Okay, so these kind of questions will you should be expecting in the exam. Am I clear? Okay.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am. Yes,
next
ma'am.
question is, when you say that so and so soul is Bahiratma, at that time, is he not Gyayak Bhav? He's a Trikali Dhruv, Gyayak Bhav is also there, no? But he has not taken cognizance of it. So we call him Bahiratma. That is from what viewpoint? It is what viewpoint? He's Mohi, Ragi, Dveshi. Like that, you should be able to link and answer. Oh, he's more Ragdvesh. So he must be under this tabular
Right, ma'am.
column. Go in the next.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Am I audible?
yes, ma'am.
Now.
Now,
Now you are.
Okay. Okay. See, Jainism is the only philosophy which says that all Jivatma are Paramatma. No other philosophy says. But from what viewpoint? That is from the Param Shuddha viewpoint.
looks your connection is poor, ma'am. So we can't hear you. Ma'am, looks your connection is poor, ma'am. So we keep. Yeah. It still shows in red. Your connection shows in red. Yeah. So maybe the location or something we need to move a bit.
Generally in the same place though.
Yeah, normally she says, yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yes, now, yeah.
Okay. So,
Last thing we said, हर एक आत्मा परमात्मा हो सकता है.
so every Atma is Paramatma. But from what viewpoint? That is from the Param Shuddha Nishchay viewpoint. When that is the Paramparinamik Bhav. When the Jeev takes cognizance of that pure nature, the real Vyavhar will happen. Real Vyavhar will happen. Nishchay ka Nishchay hone ke baad hi Samyak Vyavhar will start. Then only your Samaik will be Samaik. Your Pratikraman will be Pratikraman. Your Diksha will be Diksha. Your Upvas will be Upvas. Not otherwise. Not otherwise. That is the importance of the study of these Nayas. Okay, we should all be so fortunate and thankful that we got an opportunity to listen to this and the mind that we have to understand this. Otherwise, many people don't understand. They say, what you're talking? What are you talking? Sometimes you say it is like this, sometimes you say it's like that. But we have to understand the dynamics of reality makes us talk about it in so many ways. So when you talk, you should understand that other viewpoints are secondary. They exist in the substance, but they are not to be considered. It is again like that, you know. We did the churning example. When you take this, you leave this. When you leave this, you take this. So like that, you change the viewpoints and you keep focusing on the reality. Then the reality manifests. Then the manifestation of enlightenment, self-realization followed by enlightenment happens. Not otherwise, not otherwise. That is why they say, no, that only in 6 months, this many jeev will go to moksha. And only this many jeev will go. Even though crores of people are on the path of religious activities and spirituality and all that. But how many people will reach that? The object that is set in Param Shuddha Nishchay. Param Shuddha Nishchay is not our goal. The Vishay of Param Shuddha Nishchay. Atma is like that. Trikali Dhruv Gyayak. It's only a Sakshi Bhav. It's only a witness. It is not of the doing nature. It is knowing and seeing nature. When you believe in it, when you absorb in it, then it manifests. Okay. It is like a diamond mines, you know. First, you have to know that so-and-so place is a diamond mine. Then you have to believe, yes, diamonds are precious, diamonds are useful, diamonds will make me will help me to overcome all my poverty and everything. And then you start the drilling. And then it comes out. And then all kinds of, you become from poor to rich and all those things. So you have to believe. So like all these, they say, no, Bahu Ratna Vasundhara. The earth is full of Ratna. They are not seen on the surface. They are deep down. All the resources are deep down. So first you have to know what are resources, how important they are, their physical, chemical properties, what to do with it. And that knowledge you have to have. Then the faith that yes, these resources will definitely make our country rich. And then you do the activity, whether it is oil mining or petroleum refinery mining or whatever language. Same with here. So how on the earth that many diamonds are there, infinite times more than that, the precious resources are there in the Atma. Resources matlab the Shaktis, Atma ki Shaktiya. They are not visible to these eyes. So you have to read the script. Like your face is not visible to you. You have to look at the mirror to see your face. Like that, the Shastra are the mirror. And they show you the reflection of the Atma. So that you have to know it. You have to believe in it. Yes, I am that. And then you absorb in it. And then the manifestation happens. Not otherwise. Then the Atma becomes Paramatma. Not otherwise. Not otherwise. Paramatma. Only with the application of Naya, the churning of the reality happens. And then the reality, the Keval Gyan Navneet or the butter or the clarified things comes up. They're all there. In the milk, ghee is there. Like that, in the Atma, the Paramatma nature is there, like the milk, like the ghee, like the butter. But without the churning, it won't come out. Without the churning, it won't come. Okay. So even in the churning state, you first believe that there is butter in the milk. You don't see it. You don't see it. You know what is milk, what is butter, what is ghee. You believe that, yes, there is butter in this milk. Then you make it curdle it, you make the curds, and then you do the churning, and then the ghee comes out. So along with it, so many other things also come out. No, the water is separate. The kitta is separate, and then the ghee, butter is separate. But one second. Clear? Okay. So like that, you have to understand. Next, I would like to tell you about something. Once you have applied all the Nayas and somebody has got Keval Gyan, now what they'll do with the Nayas? Are they of any use? They are immaterial. Why they are immaterial? Huh?
Because the substance doesn't have any naya, and he already fully
Ah.
has the substance.
So the purpose of your naya was to absorb, to understand the reality. Now you have understood.
Yeah.
Like once you have reached your destination, what do you do with the car? You park it. It's of no use right now. Likewise, you have reached the destination. Now the nayas have to be parked. Parked means done with, no need of it. Like that also, you have to understand. Okay. So you have to tell me now, Pratipadya Pratipadak, explainer and that which is explained. Look at the chart and tell me. What is explained and what is the explainer? Who is the explainer and who is the explained?
Explainer is the Vyavahar Naya, ma'am. And
very good.
explained is the Nishchay Naya.
Please, all of you go to page number 15.
Yeah.
Point number 10. Page number 15, point number 10. See, without Vyavahar Naya, the reality cannot be explained. So Vyavahar Naya is the explainer. And what does it explain? The real substance. Okay. So that which is explained is called Pratipadya, and who is explaining is called Pratipadak. Okay. Then Nishedhya Nishedhak. Who is the Nishedhya? Vyavarna, that which has to be done with. Nishedhya means Nishedh karna. Ignored, to be ignored. Who is the one to be ignored? Vyavar. And who is the one who is telling that this is to be ignored? Nishchay. You get the question? So if you're not thorough with the concepts, how will you write the exam? How will you do the paper? And moreover, you're handicapped with the language also, no? So both the languages, your question paper will be. So keep somebody who knows Hindi and English, so understand from this way and search the answers and then write. Okay. Then you all know this very important point. If we don't have Vyavahar Naya, what will happen? And if we don't have Nishchay Naya, what will happen? Very famous sentence. Lop ho jayega. This will vanish. Only Vyavahar is there. Nobody will go to moksha. है ना? So the tattva ka hi lop ho jayega. Reality will not be in anybody's viewpoint. Okay. And if only Nishchay is there, no Vyavahar is there. So there will not be multitudes of people taking to that philosophy and religion. Only few will be understanding and they will go to moksha. So tirth ka lop ho jayega. The very, very important sentence. Even if it doesn't come in exam, you should keep it in mind, So without the Vyavahar, nobody can come under the tirtha. And without the Nishchay, nobody can go beyond the tirtha. Am I loud and clear to the few people who have joined?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good.
Yes,
So enjoy
ma'am.
your papers, huh? Hello.
No. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Following.
Okay. Now, okay, Vyavahar Naya means what? It is not like that, but it is said to be so. It is not like that. And Atma is Ragi Dveshi. Then eternally it should be Ragi Dveshi. It can never get Keval Gyan. It can never go beyond Rag Dvesh. So Atma is not Ragi Dveshi. But we see every Atma doing Rag Dvesh. It is said to be so. But what is said to be so, if you consider that as the ultimate reality, that means you don't know the whole reality. So we'll remain in Mithyatva. We will never get Samyak Darshan Gyan Charitra. That important this Naya studies, without Anekantvad, real Vitaragata Bali Ahimsa cannot happen. Aparigra level Detachment cannot happen. Aryant Dasha cannot happen. Enlightenment can. So this is the first lesson that you should teach any Jain, you know. Then only they become true Jaini. By default, we are born as Jains. But are we Jains in the true sense? From the Nishchay sense? No. Vyavahar say, yes, we are all Jains. We believe in Mahavir. We believe in Navkar Mantra. We believe in Ahimsa. Upar se, all upar se. All at the superficial level, not deep down. Okay? Chalo. Next, I would like to say, you should also know ki Bhagwan ki Divya Dhwani, how many times in a day it operates. And a natural process it is, natural process. So what is the other book that you have to study with Naya Chakra? Is your what? Panchkalyanak?
Yeah.
Panchkalyanak.
Panchkalyanak, yeah.
So then there are Tirthankar with 2, 3, 4 Kalyanak. Hai na? What is the meaning of Tirth and Tirthankar? Okay. Then definitely you should know that what to say, Abhed and Bhed. Nishchay talks of the Abhed reality. You know, telling in Atma there is Gyan, Darshan, Charitra is also Bhed, is also Vyavahar. But Atma is a unity of Gyan, Darshan and Anant Gun. That is Abhed. So Nishchay targets the Abhed. Vyavahar will target the Bhed. You know. So my mother is a mother also, daughter also, Indian also, Jain also. So all this Bhed. But she is what she is. She never says, I am this, this, this. So she is one unity of all these qualities and beyond it. She is also an Atma in which the Paramatma state is there. You know? So that complex the reality. So we'll look at it sometimes from the Abhed point of view. Like when you all say India, you'll say only India. But in India, there are so many Bhed, no? So many states are there, everything. So if you know all the Bhed and yet you focus on the Abhed, then it is Nishchay. And understanding the Nishchay, then you do the Bhed. Then you understand that these Bhed are of that one undivided whole India. Then it is Samyak Vyavahar. Okay? So like that. So these are some of the things that I can help you with. And now we'll do some reading from the book. Okay? Now your Gunasthan chapter is also clear, no? I've made everything clear. Listen to the recording and you will be able to be thorough with the book. And then you can answer the paper. Now come to page number. I'll take the class only till 9:15, dear. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. Any Gandhar, Bhav Bhasan to be done, you can do it now. Come. Page number 40. Got it? All of you got the page number 40? Yeah. So Ashuddha Nishchayane. First of all, it is Nishchayane. And then they're telling Ashuddha Nishchayane. That comes closer to Vyavahar. See, you should understand Vyavahar ke 4 divisions and then Nishchay ke 4 divisions in the same order you should remember. Vyavahar ne 2 divisions. Sorry, first of all, Naya 2 divisions, Vyavahar and Nishchay. Vyavahar ke 2 divisions. What are they? Asadbhut, Sadbhut. Under Asadbhut, Upacharit, Anupcharit. Under Sadbhut, Upacharit, Anupacharit. In this order only you should remember. And under Nishchayane, first comes Ashuddha Nishchayane, which is very close to the Vyavarne. Then you go beyond. Then comes Ekadesha Shuddha Nishchayane. That is 4th Gunasthan. Then comes Sakshad Shuddha Nishchayane. From 4th onwards to, it proceeds, the Ekadesha keeps proceeding till the 12th Gunasthan. Then in 13th comes Sakshad Shuddha Nishchayane. And the last one is the Param Shuddha Nishchayane, which is beyond all Gunasthan, beyond all Nishchay and Vyavahar. Okay, now, what is Ashuddha Nishchayane? Now there is one very nice word, sopadik. In Anand Ghan Chauvisi, very nicely he talks about the sopadik bhav. Sopadik means all parigrah ka bhav. Upadi, upadi अपन बोलते हैं ना, आहार शरीर उपदी, पचकूं पाप 18, मर जाऊं तो वो सिरे, जीऊं तो आगार. Before going to bed, we should tell this part every day. Ahar means food, sharir means body, and upadi means all possessions. Ahar means food, sharir means body, upadi means all moh, rag, dvesh, kashai, and your property, wealth, family, everything comes under upadi. So sopadik means with the upadi, with the parigrah ka bhav. Okay, so ahar, sharir, upadi, pachku pap 18. 18 kind of sins. Ka I do the pratyakhyan. Pratyakhyan means I detach myself from all these 4. Body, food, ahar, food, body, and all parigrah and 18-fold sins that I've been taking too. Mar jaun to wo sire. If I die, then wo sirami, wo siram. That means I have renounced everything. Jiu to agar. If I'm alive, then they are all there for me to enjoy or experience or whatever. Agar, exceptions. This is called Sagari Santhara, Agar Sahit Santhara. Supposing in our sleep itself we die off. So we have died in very supreme, like a Muni Dasha, we have died. But once you have taken this part, you should not even touch anything now. You have detached yourself from everything. What you are lying down on your bed, that much is yours. Everything else is given up. So now you want to get up and go use the washroom or get up and use your mobile. Means you have to do the 3 times Namokar mantra and you have to tell that whatever resolution if I have taken, if I have broken it, if I have not done it properly, then अपन नौकासी कैसे पारते वैसे पारना. संथारा के पचके पचकान, न फासियम, न पालियम, न तीरियम, न किट्टियम, न सोहियम, न आराहियम, आणाय, न अनुपालियम, tasmichhamidu. If I have not done it according to the agya, then tasmichhamidu. Then you're open for everything. Now you are like a Muni. Now you are coming back means you have to give up that and then come to this. Then again lock yourself. Again open. Again lock. Again open. This is a practice of becoming a Muni, This is a practice of doing a parigrah and all. And then at that time you have to, now see, while doing all this, you have to say this is Vyavahar. But am I not knowing that all these things are happening? So that knower is me. All this is also Vyavahar. So the more the Nishchay ka Nishchay will happen, the Vyavahar also will happen more and more and more. You cannot do away with the Vyavahar. There is no conflict between Nishchay and Vyavahar. They are like the 2 tracks of the train. Tracks of they run parallelly. But many people say Digambar talks of Nishchay, Shwetambar talks of Vyavahar. Too much of Nishchay is there in Digambar. All these rubbish people talk. I've grown up listening to all that. Now after going deep into this, I don't even feel like answering their questions. Because they are at such a level that वो पात्रता नहीं है तो उनको क्या बोले? बिना मतलब का राग द्वेष होगा. So बोलना ही नहीं, चुप रहना बस. I've come out of all that. I've heard all these things. I really feel so sad, for the Jain community who is not able to appreciate and come to this level of reading at least. Learning chodo, faith level chodo. They're not exposing themselves also to this kind of literature. That's very saddening, very sad. Okay, so understood sopadik. Now, guna guni. So Atma is guni. Sugar is guni. Okay, and all the whiteness, sweetness are gun. So guni is the abode of all the gunas. Okay, so, and ragadi vikari bhavon se, ragadi vikari bhav, say Atma ko abhinna means not different. So Atma is got gun and guni, not looking at the bhed. Okay, Atma se abhinna batane wale nahi. Abhinna means what? One. So when the Atma is taking to more rag dvesh, it is ragi, dveshi, krodhi, lobhi, everything. Mithyatvi, everything. From which viewpoint? From the Ashuddha Nishchay viewpoint. See, in the Vyavarnaya we said raga, dvesh belongs to the Atma. That is Vyavar. But Atma is ragi, dveshi, is the first type of Nishchay. Okay? Like the wealth belongs to Ambani. And Ambani is a wealthy man. But when Ambani dies, will any wealth go with him? Is that Atma wealthy? Will you measure that Atma with all this wealth? No. So even though Ambani is wealthy now, he is not wealthy. Yet he is wealthy with all the spiritual qualities intact in him. See, materially he is wealthy, but from the Atma point of view, he is totally in a Param Shuddha Nishchay Nae Wala Atma. But only if he explores it, he is really wealthy. If he doesn't explore it, he is not wealthy. See, he is wealthy and not wealthy at the same time, from so many viewpoints. Okay, so I understood Ragi, Dveshi, etc. So all the Audaik Bhav operate in the Atma. You know Audaik Bhav, how many types? You've studied in Tatvar Sutra. Dvinava, Ashtadasha, Eka, Vimshati, 21 types of Audaik Bhav. 21 types of Audaik Bhav. So when the Jeev takes to all these Audaik Bhav, you call that Jeev as, they belong to the Jeev, are called the Vyavarnaya, and the Jeev is that one. Like Jeev is Manushya, is Audaik Bhav. Asiddhatva, all that thing. Okay. So Atma is whenever, best example I can give you is, supposing I tell you all to close your eyes and meditate for a minute. I'm not going to tell you right now, but just understand. And I tell you all to meditate on fire. Fire, 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 fire. So in your Gyan, you're seeing the fire. Now, fire, fire. You keep seeing the fire. So in Samay Sarno, there's one very nice example. I have the picture of it. One person is told to meditate on a monster. 24 hours he has to meditate on the monster. It'll happen such that at the end of 24 hours, he'll think that he's become the monster. He's become so huge. Now he'll be wondering, how will I go out of this room? Bhutavisht, uska naam hai Bhutavisht. But actually there's no monster there. But for 24 hours, it is like that our Lage Raho Munna Bhai. He's so consumed of Gandhi thought that he sees Gandhi everywhere. So like that Bhutavish person, he's consumed by that thought of Bhut. So that is called as Sopadik. He's consumed of it. Now he is not able to see the Gyan separately and that thought separately. So that Jeev is called as Ragi Dveshi. Now your Gyan has become fire. In your Gyan, you're meditating on the fire, 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 fire. You're not able to see the Gyan separately. But has the Gyan become hot? No, nothing has happened. Yet it is separate only. So when you don't see the separateness in the Gyan and the Rag, and you consider the Rag, the Jeev as Ragi Dveshi, it is Ashuddha Nishchay. Yet it is separate from it. Okay? So if you don't accept this, abhed bataya jata hai. Karta bhokta, Ashuddha Kshayopsham bhav or Audaik bhav ka karta. See, from this viewpoint only, you call the Jeev to be the doer of all the Kshayopsham bhav, Audaik bhav. So who is doing the Rag? The karma will follow that person only, no? If you say the Jiva is not the doer of Rag, then to whom the karma will bind? To whom the consequences will follow? So from some viewpoint, yes, this is true. Okay. Now if you accept that Atma is Ragi Dveshi, and you don't see the Gyan Darshan Swabhav of the Atma, then how you will liberate yourself from the Rag Dvesh? Okay. Now, when you have to walk on the path of liberation, you have to consider only the pure properties of the soul. Ignore the Rag Dvesh properties. In the past, I was a sinner. I was having all weaknesses. All that is there. Let it be, no problem. Yet you are Bhagwan Atma. Focus on that. All your weaknesses will be conquered. But when you are not able to go into deep spiritual reality and you have to work materially, then you remember that it is your Ragdvesh that is making you work. Because of the Ragdvesh, you are working. And these Ragdvesh are not mine. I am separate. These are separate. And if I take to them, then karmas will come to me. Like that, with that aware, sorry, my English may not be good because very simple language, I'm trying to tell you the depth of the concepts. Okay, so without becoming Ragi Dveshi, you take to Rag with the Samyaktva, then Anantanubandhi Kashaya will not happen. Apratyakyan, Pratyakyan, Sanjwalan will happen. Ananta Sansar Bandha will not happen. If your understanding is correct about Gyan, Darshan, Moh, Rag, Dvesh, and all that. This is the essence of the Karta Karma Adhikar of Samayasar. If you want, go and read more over there. Atma is the Karta of its own nature and not of the Vibhav. But all these Vibhav will be there till the 12th Gunasthan. You know, Kshina Mohaniya Gunasthan will happen only in 12. Until then, all this Moh Rag Dvesh will be with the Jiva. But how the Jiva will go beyond them? By applying these Nayas. Okay, so Bhav Asrav, Dravya Asrav, all these are from this viewpoint. Okay, now, this Naya is Ashuddha. This Naya is Ashuddha. Apne hi bhavon tanmay hone se. See, this, see here, India is mine and Moh Rag Dvesh is mine. What is the difference? India is outside the body. Whereas Moh Rag Dvesh is inside the body with the Atma. But in the Atma, no Moh Rag Dvesh. In the Atma, only Gyan Darshan. Now, telling in the Atma Gyan Darshan is also Vyavhar, Bhed. But Atma is one unity of Ananta Gyan Darshan. That is the Param Shuddha viewpoint. Clear? Thoda sa clear? Okay? Chalo, Gunasthan, Ashuddha Paryay. If you keep on telling Ashuddha Paryay, Moh Rag Dvesh is there, Moh Rag Dvesh is there, then we will not go beyond the Gunasthan. But this Ashuddha Paryay will remain from the first Gunasthan to the 12th Gunasthan. Never mind it. Don't worry. When you're going in a train, there are so many passengers sitting with you. Do you mind them? No, you focus on your things. You focus on your enjoyment of the journey and looking forward to reaching your destination. You don't mind who comes, who goes. So all these sopadik bhav are all like passengers coming and going. In childhood, some bhav came and went. In youth, some bhav came and went. In old age, some bhav will come and go. But the journey goes on. Okay, 1 minute. Huh? दीदी को उठा दो ना, उनको बोलो उनको लेट हो जाएगा. ये लो, ये थोड़ा रख दो ना. Okay, now what is the purpose of this Naya? Can anybody tell me what is the purpose of this Naya? It is given in your book. If you have read it, see, you should have read it. You should have asked questions. You people are not asking questions. See here, what is the purpose of this Naya, you know? This Naya tells that you are the Karta Bhokta of Rag Dvesh. Okay? You are responsible for your Rag Dvesh. Nobody else is responsible for your Rag Dvesh. So अपने अपराधों की स्वीकृति ही उसके दूर करने का उपाय है. You understand? When you accept your fault, your defilements, your weaknesses, only then you will be able to overcome it. It's like, for an example, a person keeps telling lies. And he says, I never tell any lies. I never tell any lies. He's not accepting his fault, and how he'll overcome his weakness of telling lies. So first he should understand that yes, telling lies is there, but it is my weakness. Then only he can overcome it. So likewise, telling yes, more Rag Dvesh are there. They are my weakness. They are not my strength. My strength is Gyan Darshan. Knowing, seeing, Gyayak Bhav, Gyata Drishta Bhav is my strength. But these more Rag Dvesh are my weakness. So when you understand your aprad, then only you will be able to come to Gyan Darshan state. No? Then only you will be able to overcome. So that is the purpose of this night. It is not to demean you, telling you are a Ragi, Dveshi, you're fit for nothing. That is not the purpose of this night. Hello? Clear? Thoda sa clear hua?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay. ठीक है? हाँ. So even though we are taking to Ragi Dveshi Bhav, nothing to worry. At that time also my Gyan Darshan Swabhav is intact. I may be in Nigod, I may be in Narak, I may be amidst all kinds of Vyasan. Yet my nature of divinity is intact. Because of the karma uday, I'm into Vyasan, or I'm into more Rag Dvesh, or whatever it is. I'm on the battlefield or whatever it is. It is Sopadik Bhav. But I am different from this Sopadik Bhav. भेद करता है. Then वो और आगे का निश्चय नहीं, it will happen. Okay? So if you don't accept this thing, this viewpoint, Ragadi Bhav nahi rahenge, and there will be no Ragadi Bhav. If you say this Raga and all don't belong to Atma, then how Asrav happens, how Bandh happens, how Punya Pap will happen. You say they don't belong to me only. Okay? Then there will be no Sansar only. And if no Sansar means, then who wants moksha? So all the tattvas gone for a toss. So I am Gyan Darshan Swabhav. More Rag Dvesh are there with me, but they are not in me, they are not of me. When I did not go in me, by me, all these Rag Dvesh happened. Yet I am Ragi Dveshi in one perspective. I'm not Ragi Dveshi in another perspective. I'm still worthy of enlightenment. When you focus on this, then that feel-good factor comes and you march on the path of Ratna. Okay, now, like this, if I keep on telling no, then you should know Hey Upadeya. Hey Upadeya, you understand very clearly. Hey means discardable. So all the 7 Nayas are discardable. Even the Param Shuddha Nishchay Naya is relatively Upadeya. All that we have studied, Hey Upadeya, all the points are given over in that chart, table. It's very beautifully given. You can study over there. Okay. So this Naya is telling you more Rag Dvesh are yours. So Sansar Margi, ya dukh ka karan hai. So this Naya has to be given up. Okay. Then comes the Shuddha Nishchay. Shuddha Nishchay again, page number 42. 3 points, 3 types: Ekadesha, Sakshat Shuddha, and Parama Shuddha. Now, when the Param Shuddha Nishchay is the Param Parinamik Bhav, becomes the object of your oneness. है ना, oneness. उसके साथ oneness होता है. तो your Gyan Darshan में एक देश शुद्धि happens. एक देश शुद्धि means partially pure. Your Gyan Darshan now becomes Samyak Gyan, Samyak Darshan. Gyan becomes Samyak Gyan, Darshan becomes Samyak Darshan, Charitar becomes Samyak Charitra. When the oneness with the Param Shuddha Nishchay Naya ka Vishay. Not Param, you don't have to become one with Param Shuddha Nishchay Naya. It is a viewpoint. Param Shuddha Nishchayana says that even though you are in Sansar, you are not a Sansari, you are Shuddhatma. Okay. So the Paramparinamic Bhav, when that becomes your focus, when you have oneness with it, when you understand that you are that and not this Tattvamasi, thou art that. Okay, then the Gyan Darshan, which experiences that Gyayak Bhav, that Gyan Darshan is called Ekadesha Shuddha. Ho gaya. Repeatedly the Paramparinamic Bhav, the Gyayak Bhav, the Trikali Dhruv, the Sakshat, Bhagwan Atma is your focus. Then you come face to face with it. Then your Pratyaksh Gyan, Keval Gyan will happen. Until then, it is all Anuman and Paroksh. It is like looking at the elephant's trunk and you have the inference of the elephant. Now, as you keep removing the whole elephant manifests. Now, the whole Gyan, Darshan, Trikali, Dhruv, Gyayak manifests in Gyan, then that Gyan is Keval Gyan. What remains is Keval Gyan. After this, no Ragdvesh at all. All that in Gunasthan lesson you have studied. Okay, so how did you reach that level? Ekadesh Shuddhi. Like it is like, you have the gold, you have taken from the mines, it is with all the alloy, and you're heating it in the fire. Now, as the temperature rises, the impurities leave the gold. So now you blow out the fire. So only partial impurities removed. Yet the impurities are there. So partial Moh Rag Dvesh are gone. That much Gyan Darshan has become pure. Now again in the fire of meditation, then more Rag Dvesh will go. Then more Gyan Darshan will become pure. Then again you have blown out the fire. Again you are attending to the other works. So the impurity are intact in the gold. You understand? Again you have to heat, temperature rise karna. Then the impurities have to fully go. That is the 12th Gunasthan. All impurities gone. Moh Rag Dvesh, Kshina Mohaniya Gunasthan. Vitrag Bhav. Pure gold. Now you blow out the fire. What remains is the pure gold. That is the 13th Gunasthan. Shining in luster of Keval Gyan. So partial purity leads to Sakshat purity. And then the pure state of the soul, minus all the impurities, minus all the Moh Rag Dvesh ka bhav, minus all the Hinsa Parigrah ka bhav. What remains is the pure soul. So the gold, even with the alloy, was gold only. But it was with the impurities. In the gold, there were no impurities. But that alloy had no value. But now once the alloy has been removed, the pure gold is there. How much value you give to it? You keep it in a dabba, you keep it safely, you keep it in your safe. You don't lose it. You don't simply keep it here and there. That is the value of Bhagwan Atma. Amidst all the karmas, it is pure. So when you look at that purity, the Ekadesha purity manifests. So that is the Swarup. Ekadesha Shuddhata se Tanmay Dravya Samanya ko Purna Shuddha dekhta hai. So in the Ekadesha Nishchayana, we see the Atma as pure Atma. Then that Ekadesha Shuddhi is correct. Okay, so Samyak Darshan Pariyay Sahit Atma ko Samyak Drishti kehta hai. So that Ekadesha Shuddha Pariyay is not separate from the Atma. Like that. So from this viewpoint only, the Jeev is said to be the doer of Samvar, Bhava Nirjara, Bhava Moksha. All this happened. Okay. Ekadesha is there, Gunasthan, from 4th Gunasthan to 12th Gunasthan. I told you, just a while ago, 4th to 12th Gunasthan. What is the prayojan of this? What is the purpose of this Naya? If a person doesn't believe in this Naya, then he will not become a practitioner of the real path of moksha. He will not be treading on the path of moksha. He will not remain a sadhak. So no moksha marga will be there. If moksha marga is not there, then moksha will also not be there. Even though the raga, dvesha, vikari, paryay are happening in the Atma, you have to ignore them and focus on the real Atma nature, Gyan Darshan Swabhav. Then that paryay becomes nirmal. Then you come on the path of moksha. Okay? So the purpose of this Naya is to establish the distinctness between the Vikari paryay and the Swabhav paryay. Okay? The Swabhav paryay is the Trikali Dhruv paryay. Vikari paryay are all defilements, all distorted Ramo Rag Dvesh ke bhav. But the soul is separate from all this, distinct from all this. So whether somebody believes in it or not, knows it or not, even a terrorist is a Gyan Darshan Swabhav wali. He is also Gyayak. Even an animal, even Nigod, all Jeev, even a plant, even an insect, all are Gyayak Bhav, all are Gyan Darshan Swabhav. So when we say Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina means what? No Jeev can become Sukhi without understanding the Gyan Darshan Swabhav. So may all Jeev understand their Gyan Darshan Swabhav. Not understanding this Gyan Darshan Swabhav only is roga. Niramay, may all become disease free. That means may all become enlightened. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. May all see the path of welfare. This is the path of welfare. Then Ma Kashchit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. May none have any suffering. Then only people will come out of suffering. Until then, all suffering will be there. So whether you are not having wealth or whether you are having a disease is not suffering. Not understanding this reality is suffering. There's no other suffering. We understand this as suffering. But actually, deep down, all this you have read in Moksha Marg Prakasha. So very beautiful it is. I don't know how many of you are understanding what I'm telling, but this is what Jinwani is telling me. So, okay. Now come to Sakshat Shuddha Nishchayane. I'll take class for another 10 minutes because I came little late. So Sakshat means what? Kshaik Samik Drishti. Drishti Mukta kaha jata hai. Now all is Mithyatva and what to say? Okay, Alpa Gyan and all is gone. Mithyatva went off in 4th Gunasthan only. But that moha was there. Up to the 10th Gunasthan, that Sukshma Samparai was there. Now in the 12th, he's become bereft of it, without it. But yet, 3 ghati karmas are there. Gyanavarnya, Dashnavarnya, Antaraya are there. So they have to go. So he's got the Kshaik Bhav now. He's got the Kshaik Bhav. Kshaik Bhav means his Mohaniya karma is completely Kshaik. Darshan Mohaniya and Charitra Mohaniya. So actually Bhav Moksha happens. Actually Bhav Moksha happens after 1 second after this, 1 samay after this. He's become Siddha. He's come face to face with his Atma. He's not even worried about Keval Gyan. You understand? In the 12th Gunasthan, now see the word over here. Nirupadhik, Guna Guni, Purna Shuddha, Keval Gyan Paryay are not separate from the Atma. From this Naya. But the next Naya will say that Keval Gyan is also separate from the Atma. You understand? See, Keval Gyan is like a diamond. It's a paryay. Keval Gyan is one paryay. The Gyan, see, again I'll tell you. Ocean, waves. First, all impure waves were coming. Rag, Dvesh, Mishrit, mixed waves were coming. Now only pure Gyan ki waves are coming. But it is a wave. And Atma is one Ratnakar. It is an ocean it is a reservoir of waves. So the ocean is different from the waves or not? Yet indifferent. It is different yet indifferent. No. In one wave, the whole ocean cannot come. So Keval Gyan is one wave. The next minute, Samay, Keval Gyan is another wave. Then another wave, then another wave. So Bhagwan does not delight in these Keval Gyan ki waves. Why? He's focusing on the ocean, from where all the waves emanate. You understand? When that ocean of Keval Gyan or Gyan becomes your focus of meditation, then you don't see the gun guni ka bhed. In that meditation, there is no difference that I am the meditator, this is the meditation, this is my objective of meditation. All the three have to become one. For this, you should read Gyanarnav. So when all the three become a unity of all the three, then that Sakshat Bhagwan Atma, you're face to face with Bhagwan. Now you're not worried whether Keval Gyan happens or not. That much of Vitragata is there, no? Jhak maar ke Keval Gyan will come. Adu vande avunu. But if you go behind it, it won't come. It is like if you chase your shadow, you cannot catch it. You tell the shadow, do what you want to do. I'm just marching ahead. It will come behind. So Keval Gyan is like that shadow. Keval Gyan ko bhi kya bol diya? Parwa nahi. That much of Vitragata, that much of, then that Keval Gyan. Now in that Gyan ki paryay, there is no akulta that I want Keval Gyan, when my Gyan will become pure, when I will become Bhagwan. No, nothing. I am Bhagwan Atma. I am complete in myself. I am Purna only. I am the Trikali Dhruv Gyayak, Sakshat. Then you come face to face with it. That is the Sakshat Shuddha Nishchayam. Clear? Okay. Now, the Jeev is the doer of the Kshayik Bhav. It is not the doer of anything else. Gunasthan, from fourth to fourth onwards, this Bhav, this, see, in the fourth Gunasthan, a sample of the Sakshat Shuddha Nishchayana happens. That is called Ekadesh. And badte, it becomes. So first it is a spark in the fourth Gunasthan. Now it becomes a flame of Gyan. That is the 12th Gunasthan, 13th Gunasthan. Okay? Okay. If you don't accept this Naya, then nobody will have Kshayik Bhav, nobody will have Keval Gyan, nobody will have Moksha Marga, nobody will have Moksha. The object of Sakshat Shuddha Nishchayana is complete, is pure, but the Dhyata means the meditator, does not have oneness with this viewpoint also. That viewpoint also has to be dropped. You have to go Nayatit. And Paksha, all these are Paksha. You have to go Pakshatikrant. Atma is, Bhagwan Atma is Pakshatikrant. It is beyond all viewpoints. Okay, then that is the Param Shuddha Nishchayana. Okay, now come to the last one, Param Shuddha Nishchayana. We'll read this a little and then we'll close. Trikali Shuddha Param Parinamik Samanya Bhav ko Grahan Karne Wale Naye ko Param Shuddha Nishchayana kehte hain. The viewpoint that helps us to have oneness with the eternal pure reality. This is Samanya. All the others are Vishesh. See, we all are human beings. That is Samanya. But if I say he's a Nigerian, he's a Anglo-Indian, he's an American, that means all Ragdvesh will come. If I see everybody as humans, then all equal. No Ragdvesh. Likewise, I see everybody as Bhagwan Atma. I don't see somebody as Mithyatvi. I don't see somebody as Samyaktvi. I don't see somebody as Siddha Bhagwan also. All are that Paramparinamik Bhav. Then that Vitragata happens. Now your aura becomes big and big and big and big. And now you have no fear of any other beings. Other beings don't have fear of you. That is the aura of Tirthankas. That is the aura of a Keval Gyan. Because as they see themselves, they see everybody. As they see everybody, they see themselves. So they don't have Ragdvesh for anybody. They don't say, this is my family, that is that. No, nobody's. No, my family should get this. My family should understand this. My people should understand. What is my people? Who are you? What is yours? Yours is your Keval Gyan, Keval Gyan Darshan is only my and mine. The mindness with them, mindness with these spiritual qualities. Then when you have more mindness with the Atma and Atma qualities, then only the detachment from other things will happen. Not until then. Not. You may have detachment, but no attachment inside means this detachment is all punya ka khata, punya account on. Like that we have to understand. Okay. So, अर्थात समस्त विकारी अविकारी पर्यायों से रहित. विकारी is all more रागद्वेष, अविकारी is केवल ज्ञान केवल दर्शन. Bhagwan Atma is beyond all. Vikari means vikrit karya, more रागद्वेष. अविकारी means स्वाभाविक कार्य. त्रिकाली द्रव्य, परम स्वभावभूत गुणों का आधार, कारण शुद्ध पर्याय, कारण शुद्ध जीव, सत्ता चैतन्य ज्ञानादि शुद्ध प्राणों से युक्त. आत्मा इज त्रिकाली ध्रुव सत्ता. सत्ता मीन्स इट्स एग्जिस्टेंस इज देयर. चैतन्य कॉन्शियसनेस, ज्ञानादि शुद्ध भाव प्राण से युक्त. आई एम दैट जीव. In the past, I existed because of my 4 bhav pran, and in Siddha Dasha also, I will remain in the 4 bhav pran. All the others are sopadik bhav, parigraha wala bhav, coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Okay, so from this viewpoint, sansarik sukh dukh, rag dvesh are not there in the jeev only. When you go near the jeev, it is all divine qualities. Okay, if you so this is beyond bandha moksha also. This param shuddha shuddhatma, which is beyond bandha and moksha, is the object of param shuddha nishchay naya. We should not forget that all these 8 are viewpoints. Naya means viewpoints. ठीक है. So त्रिकाली द्रव्य स्वभाव को अपना विषय बनाता है. समस्त पर्याय पुद्गल, all this you read in that मैं ज्ञानानंद स्वभावी हूं, नो. रंग राग से भिन्न, भेद से भी मैं भिन्न निराला हूं. मैं हूं अखंड चैतन्य पिंड, निज रस में रमने वाला हूं. Go and read that poem. Memorize it. Sing it every day. It is Samesa. It is a song of the soul. शुद्धात्म है मेरा नाम, मैं ज्ञानानंद स्वभावी हूं. All talk about our pure soul. That is the param shuddha nishchay naya ka view. So so I am different from all asrav, I am different from all samvar, I am different from all nirjara, I am different from bandha moksha, I am the pure soul, eternal pure soul. Simply saying it is not important. Being it, absorbing in it, experiencing it, every moment, that makes us come on the path of moksha and to become worthy of liberation. Okay, so from this viewpoint, Atma is got no birth, no death, no bandha, no moksha. It is akarta, abhokta, gyata, drashta, akarta, nath. So no bhokta of sansar, only bhokta of self. Okay, Gunasthan, it is in all the Gunasthan and beyond all Gunasthan. Gunasthanati. Sarva jeeva hai siddha saman. What is the purpose of this Gunasthan, this Naya? Even though it is talking about the Purna Shuddha Kshaik Bhav, which begins matlab what? The Shuddha Bhav was eternally there in the Jeev, but the realization of it begins, the 4th Gunasthan happens. The perfection of it happens, the 13th Gunasthan happens. 12th, 13th Gunasthan happens. All these steps come on the way, but I am beyond. I am beyond. I am the Siddha Bhagwan, pure soul. Anant, Anant, Trikali, Dhruv, Tattva mein Ekta. So, this is नए का विषय, इस नए का विषय बंध मोक्ष पर्याय से रहित. Now I'll have to tell you again in the language of Natak Samay sir. In the drama, All the 9 tattvas are coming and playing their roles. Who are you? You are neither of these 9 tattvas, 9 padarth or 7 tattvas. You are the one who is watching the play. So Atma is only a Sakshi Bhav, a watcher. It is not all this. So when you say Jeev, it means the Gati wala, Jati wala, Karma wala, Kashai wala, Jeev. But I am separate from that. I am the Sakshi Bhav. This Punya Pap ke Bhav, I am separate. I am the knower of it. Asra, Bandh, Samvar, Nirjara, Moksha, all these happen. I am only a knower. I was a knower, I am a knower, and I choose to remain a knower. That resolution is called Pratyakhyan. That experience of that knower is Samaik. Oh, all these while I thought I was more Ragdvesh. Now I understand I am this. Then Pratikraman. So Gyan is Pratikraman. Gyan is Pratyakhyan. This is told very well in Samaysar. Read Samaysar, read Samaysar, read Pravachansar, read Kunda Kunda. Drink Kunda Kunda, eat Kunda Kunda, sleep Kunda Kunda, whatever. Live Kunda Kunda. If no Kunda Kunda is there, means no Jainism is there. That is my life, my viewpoint. I have read so many Acharyas, Haribhadra, Hemachandra, you name it. But after reading Kunda Kunda, no other Kunda, Ananda only is there. No other person is required. Because simply reading Kunda Kunda is also not important. You have to believe in what Kunda Kunda is telling. You have to experience what Kunda Kunda is telling. Otherwise, oh, I love Kunda Kunda is again which Naya viewpoint? Vyavahar only, Ragdvesh only, outside Atma only, outside body only. So without Kunda Kunda also will not happen, and getting stuck up with Kunda Kunda also will not help the soul. Like that we have to understand. Okay. Chalo. So why this Naya is called Nayadhiraj? Because Nishtay Nay ke 4 bhedon mein, Nishtay Nay ke 4 bhed, the first 3 bhed focus on Paryay. Whereas the 4th one focuses the one which is beyond all the Paryay. Paryayon ke paar dekh le, aap swayam Bhagwan re. So many pujan part. Go and read all. Beautiful pujan part. They focus on all this only. So Param Shuddha Nishtay Nay ignores all the Paryay mein Ashuddhata and focuses on the Dravya Trikali Dravya Drishti will come. Dravyagat Shuddhata. Okay. So Atma, this is the Dhyan ka Dhyeya. This should be the object of meditation. When this becomes the object of meditation, Shesh Sabhi Naya Vyavhar ho jate hain. 4 Vyavhar Naya and 3 Nishtay Naya all become Vyavhar Naya. Okay. So like that you have to read this, dear. With this much I would like to detach. Or bhi bahut sare. Keep churning, keep learning. You have any doubts, ask me anytime. I'm there. Thank you all.
ma'am. Thank you
Yes,
for
yes.
the time today, ma'am.
Yes.
Just one question before we
Thank you,
go.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh,
Bolo Ram. Saurabh.
On
Thank you, ma'am.
the basis of your experience at different platforms, do you see that the science or the intellectual world today accepts Keval Gyan or believes that there is a Keval Gyan?
One second. See here, there is research happening. Even a Jain, no, for him also, Keval Gyan is Anuman Praman.
Okay.
है ना? आज अब केवल ज्ञान को हम मानते हैं क्योंकि शास्त्र हमें बताते हैं. But until and unless you apply the logic and prove the siddhi, इसको बोलते हैं केवल ज्ञान की सिद्धि. You studied in Tattva Gyan, Apta Mimamsa, 2 types of Sarvagya Siddhi. One, Sarvagya exists, and second, Sarvagyata is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so across platforms.
You can answer later on, ma'am.
हाँ, बोलो.
You can answer me later on in the next class if you like.
Yeah. See, across different platforms, I don't think I have come across, maybe a few Western scholars talk about omniscience, but not very explicitly and very clearly the way Jainism talks.
Okay.
So there is research happening in the realm of consciousness and parapsychology and all that. Whereas you see, Nyaya philosophy says that Gyan is accidental to the soul. Keval Gyan says, Vedanta says Satchidanand Swarup, Satchitanand. But Keval Gyan as such, I have not come across.
No. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, but I'll tell you definitely, as parapsychology and psychology research advances, these things will come to the fore.
Okay. Because
It
I
is
was
like, you know,
listening to a lecture by one of the scholars on JAS, and there he was talking about the Ajiv Tattva or Podgal and different types of Podgals and all that. And that's where he was saying that he would not conclude that whatever is said in the Agam is complete in that sense. He says he can't see the proof for it. That sort of made me think, if the intellectual circle today thinks that Agam, which are the outcome of Keval Gyan, are still at missing some points, then would they be trusting Keval Gyan in that sense?
Okay. I get you now what you're asking. See, I'll tell you one thing. All this, what is happening at JAS, no?
Yeah.
They're all a group of scientists. And
Yeah.
they want to verify everything that is given in the Agamas.
Right.
Only then they will accept it. But do we have
Right.
the tools to verify?
No.
So they make all blunder mistakes. So
Right.
Jayanti Lalji will never come in this kind of group, because they're only trying to talk about inference from the material empirical science point of view. But here, this is all hardcore spiritual science and faith related and all that. One thing.
True.
Second thing is the agamas that they have got or we have got are all interpolated. And they don't have that viewpoints to understand it. Then their understanding will be blurred only.
Okay.
They are not looking at it holistically.
Yeah.
So again, it is like we all Jains are bent upon proving that our religion is scientific and all science and all that. Do any other religious people do that? Blindly, they follow their religion.
Yeah.
But we are not telling you to follow it blindly. But at the same time, why are we bent upon proving the scientific nature of this, everything that is given in the Agamas? It's a spiritual science. You have to have the basic understanding of Pudgal and all that. But they want to measure everything in quantum science and electromagnetic waves, this, that, all the science juggernauts, they bring it over here, no?
Yeah.
So that the whole thing is diluted on.
Right. Yeah.
And then
Thank
they
you.
claim that our understanding is right, their understanding is blurred. So what ultimately, so without this, now you analyze from the Naya viewpoint. Are they talking of the Param Shuddha Nishchaya? No.
No.
So whatever is told in the Agamas will not be totally appealing to them.
Right.
So they will make all these statements.
Yeah. Purpose is lost there.
You should listen to Professor Dev Kumar Chakravarti. He's the only one in that group who talks so deeply, profoundly, and sensibly. All the others are all this, because he studied the text very thoroughly. And he's also a scientist.
Yeah.
But other people have not studied Jainism thoroughly, but they claim to be scientists and they claim to be knowing many things. So that is where the problem comes.
Sure.
So
Thank
you
you,
should
ma'am.
know, you should hear a scientist who knows Jainism in and out and who knows science also.
Yeah.
Such people are very few, far between.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Jai Jain.
निज निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार इसके लिए गुणवाणी मात वंदना शतबार. I wish you all a very happy 2024. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Same to you, ma'am.
Jai Jinendra,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
wish you the same, ma'am. Thank you.
Ram sir, where are you? Thank
I'm
you for the
here.
lovely cake you sent yesterday.
I'm here only. Regularly, I'm attending the classes. Me and Malati, ma'am.
Ah,
Happy New Year, ma'am.
yes. What was the occasion, Ram sir? Sending the
Nothing.
cake to Abhay sir and to Namrata and not to me?
You don't eat cake.
You are not the student. You are the teacher.
So teacher,
Actually,
so all of you remain students. You won't get anything if you become a teacher. Okay.
not like
No cake
that.
from Ram sir.